Hello everyone, welcome to IS Dashana. I hope you all are doing very well. So without wasting any of our time, let's move to the topics of the day. Today's topic is government has taken several measures to promote development of applications over 5G networks. Minister of State for Communications and Rural Development Dr. Pemmasani Chandrasekhar, in a written reply to a question in the Rajya Sabha today, said that the government has taken several measures to promote development of applications over 5G networks. 5G provides high-speed connectivity, low latency, and support for a large number of connected devices, enabling use of artificial intelligence and blockchain for digital services and automation. Government has also established 100 5G use case labs across educational institutions to promote 5G application development in sectors with integration of emerging technologies such as artificial intelligence and blockchain, etc. The 5G Innovation Hackathon 2025 was launched under the 5G Use Case Labs initiative to promote development of solutions using 5G, AI and advanced technologies. These initiatives support development of socio-economic use cases and capacity building with the objective of fostering innovation, academia, industry collaboration and strengthening academic and startup ecosystem for economic growth. 5G networks have been rolled out in all states and union territories and are available in 99.9% of districts with a population coverage of 85% with 5.08 lakh 5G base transceiver stations installed as on December 2025. The median mobile broadband has also witnessed a substantial increase to 131.47 Mbps in October 2025. Additionally, 5G includes enhanced security features such as authentication, encryption, and network isolation. Cybersecurity requirements are implemented as per mandates of the National Security Council Secretariat, and the Trusted Telecom Framework ensures procurement from trusted sources under the Communication Security Certification Scheme. Indian telecom security assurance requirements have been developed for 5G network functions. Adoption of these standards by industry helps balance security and innovation. So the next topic for the day is last mile digital connectivity. Minister of State for Communications and Rural Development Dr. Pemmasani Chandrasekhar, in a written reply to a question in Rajya Sabha today, said that for expanding high-speed broadband and mobile connectivity in rural border, the aspirational districts, a number of steps and flagship projects have been taken up by the government. As of December 2025, 2,14,904 gram panchayats have been made service ready with broadband connectivity under BharatNet project, and 23,694 mobile towers have been commissioned under 4G saturation project and other mobile projects in the country. Improved digital connectivity has significantly contributed to better access to education, healthcare, and government services, particularly by bridging geographical gaps in remote and unreserved areas. Digital transformation has fundamentally altered how citizens interact with essential services. To ensure quality of telecom services, quality of service benchmarks issued by Telecom Regulatory Authority of India and other global standards practices have been adopted, and performance of telecom service providers against these benchmarks is regularly monitored. Further, to make telecom services affordable across regions, the government has taken many steps, including proactive policies implementing the Telecommunications Act 2023 for regulatory ease, creation of Digital Bharat Nidhi for providing financial support for establishing, operating and maintaining telecom services in commercially unviable rural and remote areas, etc. So the next topic for the day is protection and conservation of monuments. There are 3,686 protected monuments and protected areas across the country which are looked after by Archaeological Survey of India, which is ASI. There are cases of encroachments and illegal constructions reported in and around some protected monuments and protected areas. Such cases are addressed through enforcement of the provisions of Ancient Monuments and Archaeological Sites and Remains Act 1958 and Rule 1959 thereof. National Heritage City Development and Augmentation Yojana, which is Hriday scheme, was launched by the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs in January 2015 with the aim to preserve and revitalize soul of the heritage cities to reflect the city's unique character by encouraging aesthetically appealing, accessible, informative and secured environment. To undertake strategic and planning development, the heritage sites aiming at improvement in overall quality of life with specific focus on sanitation, security, tourism, heritage, revitalization and livelihoods retaining the city's cultural identity. It was implemented in 12 cities namely Ajmer, Rajasthan, Amaravati, Andhra Pradesh, Amritsar, Punjab, Badami, Karnataka, Dwaraka, Gujarat, Gaya, Bihar, Kanchipuram and Velankani, Tamil Nadu, Mathura and Varanasi, Uttar Pradesh, Puri, Odisha and Warangal, Telangana. The mission had ended on 31st March 2019. With regard to conservation or restoration of the protected monuments and areas is concerned, such works are taken up by ASI as per the need and requirement, considering availability of funds and resources following the National Conservation Policy, which is a continuous process. So this is it for today. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, like, share and subscribe. Thank you. Have a nice day.